So on the CGT element, the 50% discount, of course, replaced the previous policy, which effectively meant you did still get a discount on your capital gains tax. It was just based on inflation, because otherwise you're not accounting for the fact that everything goes up in price. Is that how you would do it, or would you have another system to calculate capital gains tax?
No, Tom, I would go back to the original method of indexing the cost base. That's a very simple method to use. It was the first job I was ever given when I started as a tax accountant back in 1991. The argument that it's complicated isn't true. It's much simpler than many of the other things in the Tax Act, like Div 7A.
Basically, inflation on cost base.
Yes, you'd index the cost base.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too pointy. I'm wary of our viewers. I'm not saying you don't know. I just thought I'd clarify that particular point. It's come up before. You're very wary on government subsidies, and you've singled out renewables. What about the Coalition's nuclear policy? I mean, this is going to be a lot of government money tipped in. Do you want to see this policy and see how much money is being tipped in? Would that concern you just as much if this was basically a government propped up industry?
It would concern me, but I don't think in the long run that nuclear would be a government propped up industry. And the important thing is that the people would own the nuclear asset. And would I build 7 straight up? I'd probably start with 1 and add to that. Build 1 at a time. But I think we desperately need nuclear technology in this country, and that is an investment for the future. There's nothing new about battery storage or wind power. These things have been around for thousands of years. If they were effective, they would have worked by now, but they don't work on a cost-effective basis.
Well, the battery tech's moved on a little bit
subsidies
in the past several thousand years, though.
Oh, it has, but it still isn't anywhere near cost-competitive baseload energy.
Okay, so you will look closely at the sort of cost here. You'll be just as rigorous on that for the nuclear costs, because I know you've raised concerns about solar and renewable subsidies.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and look, my advice, and they can take it or leave it to Peter and Ted, would be I think they should come up with costings because then you've got a benchmark to work with. Yeah.
Senator, got to leave it there. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.